Hello, everyone. I think we all should be asking what evil, what, no, not, let me rephrase that, not what evil, because Tinubu is already doing evil, right? A lot of atrocious things are being done by Tinubu. The question should be what additional or more evil or more atrocity does Tinubu want to unleash on Nigeria that he's decided to now start attacking investigative journalists, because there's a full-blown attack on investigative journalists who simply bring out the rot in the system, the corruption in the system, the atrocities that are being committed, in the system. They bring it to light. That's just their crime and nothing else. There is someone who is called Pedom on X. This guy usually brings out a lot of information on different corruption happening, different crazy things, mind-boggling, atrocious things that have been done by Tinubu's illegitimate government. And he has been picked up. And from the things that have been, very heinous things have been done to him. From the reports that are out there, 15, is it about 15 to 20 armed men went to his house, abducted him. This is someone who really, he was sort of like anonymous in a way. He didn't show his face. He made sure he was careful with his identity and his whereabouts and all of that. Yet the Nigerian security agents were able to trace him. Not only trace him, they abducted him. He was said to have been put in chains, chained, solitary confinement for how many days without food, all sorts, all manner of torture. They've taken over his Twitter account, his X account, and stuff like that. Different things. When that came out, and the police had come out to say that indeed, he's with them, right? And they've come out to say that he's there, and then they put this bill. His bail is so stringent that it's even worse than that of Emefiele. And you're wondering, what crime did he commit? I thought all of these things that were there, if you had a government of sincerity, the government should be working closely with such people who are leaking information, right, of wrongdoing, so that they will correct them and there will be the right thing being done in the society. Fisayo Shoyinbo that went to, investigate and bring out the rot in custom, how the different people that were smuggling goods into the country, the big fishes, how custom were in connivance with smugglers, and all of that information. Nothing has been done to custom. In short, rather, billions of money were given to custom to go and buy vehicles. Nothing. The only person that is being persecuted, that the agencies are after, that the state government is after, is actually the Fisayo that broke the news, did the investigative, reporting. I did his investigation. I was able to bring out the rot that is in custom. And right now, today also, another person, SSS detains Nigerian journalist Adejuwon Soyinka. SSS arrested and detained Mr. Soyinka on his arrival to Nigeria. The State Security Service has detained a Nigerian journalist, Adejuwon Soyinka, who is the West Africa regional editor of the Conversation Africa Premium Times, learned on Sunday. Mr. Soyinka, a former editor of the BBC Pidgin Service, was detained by SSS operatives at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos about 5:40 a.m. on Sunday upon his arrival from the United Kingdom via a Virgin Atlantic flight. As of the time of this report, no reason has been given for his detention by the security agency. When contacted over the matter, the spokesperson for the SSS, Peter Ofunaya, said, "I'm not aware of the matter you have raised and have no comments on it, please." The award-winning journalist colleague said he has not been reachable as messages and calls to his phone have been unanswered. Nigerian authorities had recently said that some Nigerians who played roles in the recent End Bad Governance in Nigeria protests had been placed on watch lists at the nation's international airports. It is unclear if Mr. Adejuwa's arrest is related to that controversial action. I mean, what controversial action? How is coming out to protest a controversial action? There's nothing controversial about the action of citizens coming out to protest on whatever it is that they want to protest and how they want to protest it. The only thing, the criminal action that we have here is the action of Tinubu and his men and women who are out, who are going against the constitution, who are bringing out all sorts of draconian, rules and laws, who are going after citizens. Tyranny is what they have unleashed on the land. Those are the ones, not citizens. There's nothing controversial about people, coming out to come out protest. Several journalists covering the 10-day protest were attacked and brutalized by the security agents, including personnel of the SSS. In one shocking case in Abuja, operatives shot live ammunition at a car carrying some journalists who were on duty at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, where peaceful protesters, had gathered. Tinubu is out there, only God knows, because with all of this action, that tells you that there is more evil that he's planning, and there's a lot of things that are going on. And what Tinubu is doing right now is to ensure that he shuts down the source of information that people can have. He wants to do all of this atrocity in silence where nobody, can get a hold of anything. And that's why he has put in all of this massive force on top of investigative journalists to be able to cow them, to be able to put fear, instill fear in citizens, instill fear in people, instill fear in journalists who are out there looking for all the atrocious behavior that they're doing and bringing them to light, sort of like put fear in them. Yeah, you're already hearing citizens saying things like, oh, is Nigeria worth dying for? Is this? This is not about anyone dying for Nigeria. It's about you. Ask yourself, are you worth a living? Are you worth being a citizen, or are you worth being a slave? Will you sit down and allow someone like Tinubu, who is a non-certificate forger, who is known to be involved in drug dealings, who had forfeited monies that are supposed to use for in drug dealings, that is proceed from drug dealing, someone who lied blatantly about schools, whom apparently nobody seemed to know his real name, his real age, his real family, everything about him isn't genuine. Are you going to allow such a person to control your life and make you fear and make you not have a nation that you should be proud of? Are you going to allow such a person to destroy whatever is remaining of your country? That's all your matter. It's all about you. And if you feel that yes, you're going to allow it, fine, no problem. Nobody is speaking for anybody. I keep saying this thing. Nobody speaks for anybody. Everybody speaks for themselves. When you're speaking yourself. You're speaking not to be a slave. You're speaking not to be defeated. You're speaking not to allow, people who shouldn't rule over you and do all sorts of atrocious things. You're speaking for you. You understand? Not to be faceless, nameless, and voiceless. So stop looking, oh, is it worth it? It's better for people not to talk. No, if you don't want, and if you feel like not talking, it's a choice, and a very valid choice. Be you where you don't talk, where you don't say anything, where you just keep quiet, and that's okay. But don't tell people that, oh, is it what Nigeria worth dying for, or is this, or is this that? That's not it. The thing is that Tinubu is on the path of a lot of atrocities going on, and he wants it hidden. And the thing that he's doing is that he's going after investigative journalists.